everyone, it's Jen. Today, I'm taking you on an exceptional journey along the Nile between Luxor and Aswan. I'm going to share my 10 favorite places, those that left the biggest impression on me during this unforgettable cruise. I'll also give you plenty of tips, fascinating stories, and details that make each spot unique. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe, and share it with your travel-loving friends. Let me know in the comments which place you dream of visiting most. Taking a Nile cruise truly feels like traveling back in time. I drift gently along the water, surrounded by breathtaking scenery, palm trees, villages, and ancient temples. I can even admire these wonders while comfortably lying in my cabin, watching the lush river banks and scenes of daily life pass by. Sometimes, the Nile is covered in morning mist, giving the journey an almost surreal atmosphere. Every stop is a plunge into Egypt's millennia-old history. Every temple, every village tells a story, and every encounter leaves its mark. Number 10. Wandering the souks and bustling streets. In both Luxor and Aswan, the souks are a true kaleidoscope of colors, scents, and sounds. This is where local life pulses, with merchants' calls, the aroma of spices, and vibrant fabrics everywhere. I recommend going in the late afternoon when the light turns golden and the atmosphere is at its liveliest. You'll discover rare spices, silver jewelry, Oriental lamps, and perfumes made from ancestral recipes passed down through generations. Some souks still have artisans who work copper by hand, a skill that's becoming rare. On the Nile, I've even seen vendors pull up alongside boats to offer their goods, sometimes tossing them directly onto the deck, creating a unique and amusing scene. It's also in these markets that I've tasted the best local pastries, like baklava and stuffed dates. Number 9. The Colossi of Memnon. These two giant statues, silent guardian of the Theban necropolis, always impressed me with their size and history. They stand nearly 18 meters tall and have watched over the plain for more than 3,400 years. At sunrise, I was lucky enough to see them bathed in pink and golden light. It's almost mystical. In ancient times, one of them used to emit a mysterious sound at dawn, a song that fascinated Greek and Roman travelers. People thought it was the voice of the hero Memnon greeting his mother, the dawn. This phenomenon, caused by the sun heating the stone, puzzled scholars for centuries. The statues have survived earthquakes, floods, and have become a symbol of endurance. Number 8. Felucca Cruise. Sailing on a felucca is a moment of calm and poetry on the Nile. These traditional sailboats glide gently over the water, carried by the wind and the gentle lapping of the waves. I recommend going at the end of the day to enjoy the golden light and peaceful atmosphere. It's also a great time to spot Nile birds like kingfishers and sacred ibises. Feluccas have been used for Nile navigation since pharaonic times. Sometimes, the captain will teach us traditional songs, and he can even stop at magical spots so we can swim. I did it, and felt like I was in the middle of the desert, surrounded by silence and the beauty of the landscape. Number 7. Nubian Village. In Aswan, I absolutely fell in love with visiting a Nubian village. The brightly painted houses, murals depicting daily life, and lush gardens create a joyful and welcoming atmosphere. The villagers are incredibly warm and love to share their daily life, history, music, and songs. They also love showing off their surprising pets, like crocodiles. I recommend taking a camel ride to the village or visiting a local school or home for a truly immersive experience. You can learn a few words of Nubian, taste traditional bread baked in clay ovens, or get a henna tattoo from the women of the village. In the evening, it's not uncommon to be invited to share mint tea or karkadeh, the local hibiscus drink. The children love to show their drawings or sing songs, and I always leave with a smile and a head full of memories. Number 6. Philae Temple, my absolute favorite temple, perched on an island in the middle of the Nile and only accessible by boat. The site is surrounded by turquoise water and papyrus, giving it an almost otherworldly atmosphere. The temple was saved from the waters when the Aswan Dam was built, moved stone by stone in an international technical feat. In the morning, the low sunlight brings out the carved reliefs on the walls, telling tales of Isis, goddess of magic and motherhood. Philae was a major pilgrimage site in ancient times where priests performed secret rituals. It's said that even after Egypt became Christian, pagan ceremonies continued to be held here in secret. As I strolled around the island, I spotted herons and even lizards basking in the sun. Number 5. Simbel Temple. This monumental site, carved into the rock south of Aswan, is a masterpiece of pharaonic architecture. The 4 colossal statues of Ramses II, each 20 meters high, seem to defy time and the desert. The temple was moved in the 1960s to avoid being submerged by Lake Nasser, a titanic project led by UNESCO. Every year at the solstices, the sun's rays illuminate the statue of the pharaoh inside the sanctuary, an engineering marvel. Originally, the temple was meant to impress the peoples of the south and assert Egypt's power. Visiting early in the morning, I enjoyed the peace and coolness and truly felt the majesty of the place. Number 4. Karnak Temple, the largest religious complex of antiquity, a true labyrinth of columns, statues, and sanctuaries. Every pharaoh wanted to leave their mark here, which explains the variety of styles and the accumulation of monuments. The columns of the hypostyle hall are so huge that I feel tiny walking among them. Over the centuries, Karnak was the stage for grand processions, religious festivals, and secret ceremonies. The sacred lake was used for priests' purification rituals. At the end of the day, the golden light enhances the reliefs and gives the temple an almost mystical vibe. In the evening, I attended a sound and light show that tells the site's history, an experience not to be missed. Number 3. Luxor Temple. Located in the heart of the city, Luxor Temple is stunning both by day and night. In front of it stretches the Avenue of Sphinxes, linking it to Karnak Temple over 3 kilometers. Built by Amenhotep III and expanded by Ramses II, the temple is rich in decorations. At sunset, the temple lights up, creating a magical atmosphere. It hosted the famous Apet Festival, one of ancient Egypt's biggest celebrations, and you can still see scenes of the processions carved on the walls. You'll also find the Luxor obelisk, the twin of the one standing proudly in Paris. It was gifted to France in the 19th century in exchange for a clock, but the clock never really worked, so France definitely got the better deal. Number 2. Valley of the Kings and Valley of the Queens. Exploring the tombs of the pharaohs in the Valley of the Kings is a highlight of the trip. Tutankhamun's tomb is the most famous, but there are over 60, each with its own secrets and colorful frescoes. Some tombs are decorated with scenes from the Book of the Dead, constellations, or epic battles. I highly recommend also visiting the Valley of the Queens, which is often quieter and less crowded. That's where you'll find Nefertari's tomb, considered the most beautiful in Egypt thanks to its vibrant colors. You'll also discover tombs of royal children, a moving glimpse into court life. Archaeologists are still making discoveries in these valleys, and I can't help but dream of hidden treasures beneath the sand. Number 1. hot air balloon ride over Luxor. A sunrise hot air balloon ride over Luxor is an unforgettable experience. You float above temples, fields, and the Nile as golden mist covers the valley. The flight lasts about an hour, with amazing views all around. Book in advance and bring something warm. It's chilly early in the morning. It truly feels like flying back in time. Bonus, Hatshepsut Temple. Built into the cliffs of Deir el-Bahari, Hatshepsut Temple is a true architectural masterpiece. I loved discovering more about this remarkable female pharaoh, known for stopping wars and boosting trade. Its terraces and columns feel like a movie set, just like in Cleopatra. The temple aligns with the winter solstice and shows scenes of her expedition to the rich land of Punt. Over time, it became a monastery, suffered damage, and was later rediscovered by Champollion in the 19th century. Even today, its beauty and modern design are impressive. If you enjoyed this top 10, don't hesitate to like, subscribe, and share. Tell me in the comments which place inspired you the most. See you soon for more adventures.